There was silence in heaven, not an ordinary silence, not a silence of peace. It was the silence before the collapse, the kind of silence that sends chills down your spine because something is about to explode. And then the first trumpet sounded. It was not a pleasant sound. It wasn't music. It was an announcement, a sentence. From the sky came fire, hail, blood. The earth burned, forests, fields, all vegetation, consumed by furious flames. A third of the planet was scorched. People looked to the sky for answers, but found only fear. And though it may seem distant, tell me, haven't you already seen flames devouring entire nations? Haven't you felt the unbearable heat, the endless droughts, the unstoppable wildfires? Nature is screaming, but few are listening. That was only the first sound. Then came the second, and with it, a burning mountain, massive, was hurled into the sea. It wasn't just a rock. It was a bomb, an asteroid, an explosion of uncertain origin. The waters turned red. Marine life died by the millions. The ocean, once full of life, now spewed death. And the ships, symbols of commerce, of human power, were smashed like toys in a bathtub. Today, we already speak of dead oceans, of plastic outweighing fish. But this is different. This is punishment. There was no time to recover. When the third sound tore through the skies, a star fell. It burned like a torch, and its name was wormwood. Not just any word. Wormwood means bitterness, and that's what it brought. Freshwater sources, rivers, springs, wells became poison. Humanity, desperate to quench its thirst, found death instead of relief. Millions fell. Today, there are already wars over water, entire communities drinking what only makes them sick. But this is something else. It's as if the water itself decided to turn against us. The fourth trumpet wasn't so violent at first. There was no explosion, no fire, no collision. There was darkness. The sun lost part of its light. So did the moon. Even the stars seemed dimmer. The day shortened. The night grew longer, and with the shadow came the cold and the fear. Darkness is more than the absence of light. It is the absence of certainty. Do you feel it? Aren't we already living in a dimmed world? Technology in every hand, but blind souls. Opinions by the millions, but truth almost none. The world was lost in confusion, and just when it seemed it couldn't get worse, the sky tore open for the fifth time. And this time, it wasn't outward, it was inward. Something opened that should have never been opened. The abyss. From it rose dense smoke that blotted out the sun. And from the smoke, locusts. Not ordinary insects. These were horrific creatures, with the power of scorpions, the face of men, and hearts of iron. They didn't come to kill. They came to torture. 5 months of torment. A suffering that left no physical scar, only mental ones. A pain so great, it made you beg for death, and not find it. Sounds impossible, doesn't it? And yet, today we live a silent pandemic of mental illness. Millions drag anxiety, despair, emptiness. Some are already being devoured, not by locusts, but by something rising from within, from their own abyss. But more sounds were yet to come. The sixth was brutal, war, not war between nations, but a war of extermination. 4 dark entities were unleashed from the Euphrates, the boundary between East and West, and with them an army. 200 million. Yes, you heard that right. 200 million. They advanced like a plague. They killed with fire, smoke, and sulfur. A third of humanity was wiped out. Hard to imagine. Today, we have the technology to make it real. Drones, bioweapons, killer satellites. War no longer needs armies, just a button. And there are more fingers than ever pointing toward it. But even that massive destruction wasn't the end, because then the 7th trumpet sounded, and there were no more warnings, no more mercy, only voices in heaven, and a declaration. The kingdom of the world has become the kingdom of the Lord, and he shall reign forever. The heavenly temple opened. The Ark of the Covenant was revealed. Lightning, earthquakes, voices, judgment. This was no longer about the physical world. It was about the eternal, the unchangeable, the inescapable. The end wasn't just destruction. It was revelation. If you've made it this far, it wasn't by accident. The 7 trumpets are not tales of the past. They are warnings of the present. They are doors, slowly opening, one by one. Do you feel it? Can't you see the world cracking apart, as if each trumpet has already sounded, and only the echo remains, still traveling through time? The question isn't if it will happen. The question is, are you ready for when the last one sounds? Subscribe if you want to keep exploring the secrets of Revelation. Activate the bell, and above all, open your eyes. Because the next sign may not come